Yeah, I just come saying with my higher self that some of y'all always had a relationship with God. And then and sometimes it takes things to happen for you to remember like who you are, who you were connected to. This didn't start after your awakening. You've been connected with source, and before all the social media hype, all this stuff came out, a lot of y'all been having your own relationship with God. Like I was telling myself, like now I was saying affirmations if I knew affirmation was a thing. I've been doing this. Like a lot of y'all been connected with source. It's just starting like I said, the time of truth, like time of things that's being revealed. Like the current being lifted, you know what I'm saying, being open. But a lot of y'all been in the connection with source, been had guidance. You know what I'm saying? Being who you are, you just remember who you are. This thing, it's like it's a different being. It's a different than being who you are and knowing who you are. I like that's the difference. Like now you know who you are, you know who you stand with. You've been standing with it, but at the same time now you know. You know what I'm saying? Like it's that concrete type energy. A lot of y'all been just like I said, just been connected. I always have received divine guidance. I always have been led and guided. You was never walked alone. Even you thought you was alone, you was never alone. You always had a sense of peace within yourself, around you, because who you was connected to. Because who you was connected to. Period. I always say this from childhood up to where you are now. All you do is count back, look back, remember where you come from. Remember who been walking with you the whole time. And you remember like, damn, I was never alone. I always, like I said, I always had guidance. A lot of y'all making the unbelievers believers. The ones that didn't know it was a source. The source engine was such a thing. Like I said, it's all the new terms now, but it's still the same. It's like everybody got, it's like more terms, more words, more vocabulary. But it's all still the same. One Christ God, God within us, God surrounds us. It's still the same thing that's been holding us all up. This source of energy that we get from our ancestors. Before we knew ancestors was a thing, they been surrounding us. They been guiding us. They been protecting us. I had days. I had moments I could have been dead, but thank God, thank the ancestors around me. They just stopped me in the middle of certain things. Well, I can have grace on my life. My life was grace. Because some of us have calling, so now like we have things have to do while some of us are still alive. You know what I'm saying? No matter what purpose you're serving, you're here for a reason. Like I said, a lot of y'all been connected to source. That's before I even found out about tarot, oracles, and all that. Before I even knew about a fucking zodiac sign. You know what I'm saying? Been connected with source. Been divinely guided. Been an honest person. Been authentic. Been just a compassionate, loving person. A lot of y'all just all have carried this type of energy anyway. You were destined to have a good life. You were destined to live a life that's deserving to live. Like a lot of us in your birthright. A lot of y'all were just good people at heart since day one. Since day one. From childhood to adulthood. Of course, you was not perfect. You had things you had to tweak within yourself, but y'all want to know. Y'all just want out of control. You just a human being living, having experiences. Now they call it, we are spiritual beings having human experiences. And it's like just a little bit of a shift of everything, but all of us still fall back in the same place. You been who you are. You are who you are. All you doing now is knowing thyself and just literally embodying it. Like literally stepping into it like, yeah, this is me. I am who I am. Don't say the thing of knowing thyself. You just now know thyself. That's all. That's all different. That's all different. I just let me just cut a little video on. Because I'll just talk to my mom. Most times come say the most time. Like, just get things in my chest. And know what is kind of my mind. Like, a lot of y'all are who you are and you been who you are. Ain't much changed about you. Only thing that really changed, that you know yourself even more. And now you more protective of yourself. Like you value yourself more. You know what I'm saying? Like you not settling anymore. Maybe some of y'all could have been in, like I used to be willing to settle. Like you no longer settling. Like you always always had a certain level of life for you. Like a certain he always had a life for you that you was gonna have. You just had to learn the lessons. So when you get it, you'll know how to keep it, and all that stuff come on with it. All that come with building character and stuff like that. But you was always the one. You was always that child, that girl, that boy, that man, that woman, that human. You was always that one. This didn't happen overnight. It didn't happen overnight. You know what I'm saying? This been you since day one. And people knew that. And then people tried to steal that from you. For people that knew who you were since day one, when you probably knew who you were, but you didn't look at it like that. You like you don't fall into the hype. People already knew who you were. People that knew all about the spiritual things before you knew about it, they knew who you were. Some people already knew who you were before you knew who you were. That's the point. Like I go back to it. It's important to know thyself. People seen the anointing on you before you seen the anointing on yourself. You thought you was just an average old Joe. You was never average. You was never average. I don't care how people try to make it out. No, I don't care how much you try to make yourself seem average too. Like I probably try to make damn yourself down, just try to like blend in. You was never meant to blend in. You was never meant to be average. I don't care how plain. You see how plain simple I am. That don't mean I'm average. I'm nowhere near average. But I'm okay with being in this end. I'm okay with looking like this because I know I'm not average. Spiritually, mentally, physically, I'm nothing near average. But my external appearance can make sleepers think that, oh, she's average. People been sleeping on you. But it's time for them to wake up too, to who you are. They like I said, the veil is being lifted. The curtains are opening. It is what it is. Listen, some people knew who you are, who knew who you were before you knew who you were. Then some people were sleeping on you, hoping you're gonna sleep on yourself, thinking like they'll never know who they are. And some people just really did not know who you are because it was like literally sleep. Some of y'all was sleeping on yourself as well. Now, like I said, you're waking up. This is the message, y'all. I hope somebody take it and apply it. But I just want to come on camera right quick. I was sitting up here and I'm like, man, let me share this with somebody. Let me share it. Why not? Blessings.